I do very much want to create a version of the Tempest that is new and fresh and hopefully interesting to an audience that that people haven't really seen before, because particularly with Shakespeare, obviously there have been many productions and people will have that baggage as they come into the theatre. And the first thing we started by looking at was the theatre and how to do it in the wonderful Watermill space, because we've got quite a big cast of 12 people in that very small space, and how do you make the play work? How do you create the desert island setting? So the first point of contact for us was to work out how we would set the play indoors and still get that absolute sort of sense of festival that I think is there in the play. A real sense of fun, a real sense of engagement, and a sense that you can move from one place to another really quickly, and for it to be vibrant and full of life, really. So that was the first thing we sort of had to solve, and from that came many ideas that have spilled into the rest of the approach, really. So without giving too much away, I think it's going to be brash, and the music is really important to us. We're going for a kind of Balkan gypsy theme, so there'll be a band from within the core group of actors who also play and create the music, which is the music of the Isle, as it says in the play. It's very much the sense of a life in the island. So the chorus will create the island, which is a really exciting place to start, because it can go any way then, you know, and it can spiral out of control and become anything, which is really important in this play, I think. We're starting afresh in that it's a new company, a new production of Shakespeare, but there are some Watermill familiar faces. So Stephen Feingold, who I worked with last year on Great Expectations, who was wonderful as Magwitch, is coming back and playing Antonio, which will be really interesting, I think. And Michael Hadley, who was in Heroes a couple of years ago, is playing Prospero, which is obviously a crucial part at the centre of everything. And he's a wonderful actor. He's been touring with the Donmar since then, and been to Broadway with big Shakespearean hits, and he's played those huge roles. So it'd be fascinating to see him in a smaller space playing Prospero. And Johnson Willis, who just did Mice and Men very recently here and has done a lot of Watermill shows, is playing Gonzalo, who's part of the court, and a really wonderful, positive character, the real optimist at the centre of the piece. So it's that and a mixture of, you know, new, fresh faces as well. So that's really important in the mix of the company, I think, because, as I say, it is a new approach to the way we want to look at the play, and doing it in that space. So I think that balance is really important in the way we're looking at it.